I've created so much content. Look at this. Oh my gosh. We're probably looking like a Kia. I wish I had this.
We're gonna start off with like your classic.
You're gonna gallop around your aquarium, maybe a Honda. It's so cool. It's some of the hardest to keep, even the Bugattis of aquariums. This may sound like dumb questions, I don't know. There you go. And why don't you guys come along with me on this journey?
Hana Hui A Maui.
Aloha, my ohana. It is your boy back with another aquatic adventure. Now, if you're new to the channel, we talk about everything in the aquarium hobby. And what can I say? We got another banging video for you guys today. I'm in Citrus Heights, California at the world famous, I can say world famous now, Aquarium and Reptile Depot. Go check them out, all right? All of their links will be down in the description below. You guys will absolutely love this place. This is pretty much my home away from home. I've created so much content here in this store. And if you guys want more in detail, I'll leave a card up above. Click that card. I devoted an entire playlist to Aquarium and Reptile Depot. That's how much I love this place. Now, as you can see, there are tons and tons of saltwater and freshwater aquariums. Now, today we're going to talk about or dip our toe in some saltwater action, and maybe we'll pick up some things for the 10-gallon saltwater aquarium. So I'm super excited. And why don't you guys come along with me on this journey? Let's go. All right, so for those of you guys who know my channel, you guys know I'm not a big saltwater guy. I am very new into the saltwater side of the hobby, but I do have a 10-gallon saltwater aquarium that I've wanted to get something for, you know? I wanted to spruce it up a little bit. So I was just thinking, why don't I get one of the owners, Jason, here at Aquarium and Reptile Depot, and he's gonna give us his top 5 low maintenance corals. I'm thinking about getting some new corals for my 10-gallon aquarium. Man, I tell you, these fish are so beautiful. Green chromis fish. They're so pretty though. Even the littlest fish is super cool. I mean, look at this thing down there. What in the world is that? That thing looks like it looks fake. Get out of the way, guys. Look at that little like pink fish down there. That's some type of, it's gotta be some type of goby. Hey guys, get out of the way. That right there, look at, what is that? Look, there's another one right there. It's a ruby red dragonette. I think that's what it's called. That's a cool name though. Anything to do with a dragon and you're a saltwater fish, I mean, they even have the coolest names, right? Look at it. It's so cool. It's like I guess it is kind of a ruby red, but it has like these yellow pectoral fins that it kind of uses to scoot around the aquarium. Super cool, right? I don't know, I'm thinking maybe we get something like that for the saltwater aquarium. Let's go check out some of the corals that they have. They have a huge selection of corals. Check it out. All right, I want to show you guys these coral frags that they have here. Look how many. There's so many different types, so many different styles. The colors are unreal. These coral frags are going for $39 each, or 2 for $37 each, or if you buy 5 of these, it's $35 each. Oh, check out these frags. Since I'm not a coral connoisseur, I'm just going to show you guys the names that they have here and the prices. Bumble coral, you got elegance corals. I don't even know the name of these things. Fungia, orange fungia. So, as you can see, look at awesome selection, right? So beautiful. Man. Something about corals, guys, it just gets to me. Look at these frags over here on this side. Look at these. These coral frags are $19.99 each. Or if you wanted to buy 3, you can get them for $18 each. But there's just so many. I mean, the colors are unreal. Gosh, I wish I had my lens for my camera to show you guys the true colors though. But look at these things. The blue light is really killing it on the video camera. But if you guys wanted to see the prices and the names, there you go. These are all for all my coral heads out there, or somebody like me that's getting into corals, you know? You have a general idea of what they're going for. You want to see an aquarium with some high-end corals that are just so beautiful? Feast your eyes on this aquarium. This is like, I don't know, you just get speechless when you look at this Red Sea aquarium with all these beautiful corals down here. Look at them. Oh my gosh. Now these are giant size of what I just showed you. Those coral frags are merely pieces of something from one of these large size corals. But I mean, soft, hard, they have all the corals here in this aquarium. And if this doesn't tickle your fancy, let me show you guys another aquarium. Hold on. Oh, look at this S1000 Red Sea. This has all the corals in it too. Look at that. Bubble coral, softs, hards. I mean, the saltwater fish in this aquarium is unreal. Now, if you take this angle here from the side, whew, look at this. Look at this. Oh yeah, let me zoom up on all of this. Look at this. Oh my gosh. This is like a saltwater heaven, right? Look at that, guys. Look at the yellow tangs. I mean, just all the different types and varieties of fish in this aquarium. It's just, man, saltwater, next level. So check it out. Depot's running a special right here. You want to get started in the saltwater side of the hobby? This is the perfect saltwater aquarium kit. I wish I had this. I honestly do, because it's a Hello Reef 15-gallon complete saltwater setup for $549.99, $550. You have everything. Let me show you what you get in this box. This box is awesome. So right here, it includes the 15-gallon tank with light, okay? With light, filtration, flow, and then look at right here. Everything you need right here. You get rock, you get substrate, you get a refractometer, you get a wave maker, a heater, temperature gauge. I mean, look at, and then also look at a coupon towards your first aquatic friend. So not only do you get the whole setup, but you also get a coupon towards your first fish for this aquarium. Now, the only thing this thing doesn't come with is a stand, but the stands are sold separately, and you can buy a stand for this tank unless you have a desk or something to put this on. It's only 15 gallons, you know, not that much weight. To give you guys a size reference, the tank that I have at home is a 10-gallon tank. So there you go, 15-gallon tank for $550, salt water, ready to go. All right, so speaking of saltwater aquariums, over my shoulder here is the newest edition of the Red Sea family. They carry a big group of family of Red Sea aquariums here, different sizes, different types. This here is a 33-gallon cube. Last time I was here videoing this, there was no fish, no corals in here, and I asked them what they were going to stock it with, and they said they were going to stock it with SPS coral. So I'm going to flip the camera on. I'm going to show you guys what this aquarium looks like with the stock. But not only that, though, if you guys don't know what Red Sea is, a beautiful, elegant, I want to say almost modern, contemporary style of aquarium. In my opinion, they're like the Ferrari or even the Bugattis of aquariums. And as far as like the aquariums that I have, we're probably looking like a Kia, maybe a Honda. I kind of have some ghetto aquariums, but if you got a Red Sea, life goals for me. Let's check this out. Okay, here we go with some of the SPS corals here. Now you're looking at these corals and you're like, what a big deal. It's not a big deal. I don't see really anything about these corals. These corals are probably some of the hardest to keep in the hobby. It may look like nothing, but they really are hard to keep. And then look at, you got these little fish in here. I don't know what they are, but they are pretty. Anything saltwater, small or large, is always a pretty fish. 33-gallon cube. I mean, you can't go wrong. Look at this thing. Ooh, look at the flow too. Beautiful. Looks gorgeous, man. All right, so I'm walking down this saltwater row here, and I found some guys that are horsing around. No pun intended, but let me flip the camera around and show you who's horsing around. OMGZ, would you look at the cutest little seahorses ever. Look at that one, just let go of the zip tie, and now he's free swimming in the aquarium. It is so cool how they have these, I guess you can say, zip tied to each other for them to anchor onto, because that's what seahorses need. But this dude is just kind of just swimming around, which is super cool and super fun to watch. You hardly ever get to see seahorses at your local fish store, but when they do have them, it's so cool. Look at this guy up here. You see he's just hanging out on the zip tie there? That's so cool though, man. Can you believe it? They got little seahorses. Absolutely love it. Look at these guys here. They're just hanging around, chilling. Now, I don't know what this is. Are these seahorses too? They got the face of a seahorse, right? I mean, look at it. That does look like a seahorse. Look at his buddy over here coming into the picture. Look at him. Oh, look at, there's a seahorse that just broke away. This type of seahorse is really cool looking. It's pretty big though. They look like bananas, man. A seahorse, a banana seahorse. We'll call it that. What you gonna do, Mr. Seahorse? You gonna put on a little show, huh? You're gonna gallop around your aquarium? Oh, look at them. They are a trip. Seahorses, Mother Nature, what are you doing to us, man? All right, so I don't know if you guys know this, but if you ever go to an aquarium store, it's very warm, it's very humid. So if you see sweat coming off my face, it's because it's cooking in here. Now, let me flip the camera on. I want to show you guys something that's you don't see often in the saltwater hobby, but they have one here, so let me show you. This right here looks like a seawater tarantula, but this is a decorator crab. Now, the decorator crab is known to pick up items and throw it on its back and kind of decorate its body to kind of blend with its surroundings. It's a fascinating creature. I can't believe they have a decorator crab here, but you can have one of these in your saltwater aquarium. Here's some of the heavy hitters. Right there's a lipstick Nassau Tang. Beautiful, right there. You can see the lipstick, you see it? That's a beautiful fish though. Beautiful fish. All right, my ohana, so I am here with one of the owners, Jason of Aquarium and Reptile Depot, and he's gonna show us his 5 top low maintenance corals to put in a 15-gallon tank like I showed you guys earlier, or my 10-gallon saltwater aquarium. So take it away, Jay. What do we got, man?
All right, we're in like the coral frag section. Mel wanted some easier growing corals for his tank or possibly your tank at home. So let's start with the frags because the tank isn't too big, so we got time for it to grow. So we're right at the $19.99 coral frag. That's a really good bang for your buck bargain here. There's a lot of different options, but we're gonna start off with like your classic, probably your green star polyp. Super easy, softy, so it doesn't have an exoskeleton, so they're not as particular about maybe your calcium, alkalinity, magnesium. So easier, more forgiving. We'll kind of use a little bit more of the light, the excess nutrients in the water column. It does spread fairly rapidly, so with that being said, it can kind of take over. So it looks great when it takes over, in my opinion, but if you don't
like
want
the color. The color's like a fluorescent green or something. It looks really cool.
Yeah, you got the purple in the back. So if you didn't want it to take over, put it on island, meaning that it doesn't touch anything else. So then it will just stay on that rock, or just trim it like a plant. Second on the list here is a Recordia mushroom, or any mushroom for that matter. Another softie, so no exoskeleton. They are fairly easy to keep, low light, low flow, so they can go on the bottom of the tank, and then they'll multiply as well, and you can find a lot of different colors. This one's really interesting. It's kind of hard to pick up with the light, but it's orange with like a green rim on it. They come in greens, they come a little bit more orange color, so another great pick there. Right, zoanthid polyps is here. This is another variety, again, softie. That's why we picked the easier ones here. But they come in a lot of different colors just in this general area. There's like this one that's kind of yellowish, there's this one that's kind of greenish, there's another one that's kind of red. So again, you get a lot of variety. Some people will put like zoa gardens is what they call it, so they can kind of grow amongst each other. Again, if you do that, some might grow faster than others, so you got to remember, you got to give it a little bit of space or cut back if you need to. But there's a lot of different varieties, but they start off like very economical. Like I said, these are like $19.99.
Would these corals be okay with, like, let's just say clownfish?
Yeah, these are all gonna be in a reef tank. As long as your fish are reef safe, they're completely safe to put with them. As long as, like I said, your fish don't eat them, most corals won't do any harm to your fish.
Oh, right on, man. Thanks.
All right, toadstool leather. So leather coral looks like it might have an exoskeleton because it kind of sits upright.
Yeah.
But does not have a bone in there. It has a little rock on the bottom, and then they go fairly big. Sometimes, like you're mentioning your clownfish, some clowns will even host in those guys there.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Longer tentacles, but there's the ones with green, and there's one that's all purple.
Ooh, that's an all purple one?
Yeah.
Ooh, I like that one.
Yeah, a lot of different types of leathers out there, but this is the toadstool, one of my favorites. And if you want to get a little bit fancier, just a hair tougher, I would say. Not even tougher for that, they're just a little bit more particular to water quality, but hammer coral. Always a popular one, any of the euphilia, so that could be your hammers, your torches, your frog spawns, your octo spawn. But a lot of customers like this because it looks like an anemone because it can wave around. Again, one that clowns can host in as long as they're not too rough with it. They are branching, which means they'll grow multiple heads. A lot of different colors. This one's like green with the purple, and then there's gold hammers, there's holograms that we got in right now, there's oranges. Again, price points vary depending on the color. But a really cool one if you want to take a little step up from the softies that we showed. This is an LPS, which is a large polyp stony.
LPS. Okay, I've always heard that. those letters, but I didn't know what it meant.
Yeah, LPS and then SPS is small polystonies.
Gotcha.
And NPS is non-photosynthetic.
Oh, jeez, man.
Yeah, it's just some acronyms, I guess.
Yeah, it gets confusing, man. And there you go, my Ohana. That is Jason's top 5 low maintenance corals. Let me know if you guys find this interesting. Basically, I might be taking maybe 1, 2, or 3 of these home. So let me ask you another question. So I have a coral rack inside my aquarium. So these frags can just sit in the rack? Is that how it works?
They can.
Or do you move them onto a rock? How does that work?
It just depends on the customer. Like generally, like if you didn't have any coral in the tank and you have a coral rack, I would say probably put them on the rock.
Okay.
So then you can enjoy it a little bit more. A lot of times people use a coral rack when they start growing or they frag themselves.
Oh, okay.
Or you want to keep a closer eye on it, maybe for whatever reason, or just kind of messing around with the lighting.
So how do you move them from the frag to the rock? Let's just say I got a couple frags. So how do I move it to the rock? Do I just set it next to the rock and hopefully it grows on it, or do I? This may sound like dumb questions. I don't know.
No.
Or do you scrape it off of the frag and put it on the rock, or super glue it, or how does that work?
There's a lot of ways that you can do it. I mean, that's a good question there. You can set it, like you said, next to the rock. You can set it on top of the rock. You can keep the frag plug on it because that has a little stump on it.
Okay.
So sometimes you can insert it into the rock and it'll stay put.
Gotcha.
If it doesn't stay put, you can put glue on it. If you don't like seeing the frag plug, you can completely take it off. A lot of people use like a flathead screwdriver and maybe like a little pocket knife and just pop it off from the glue. But a lot of ways to do it. The only way that you want to make sure before you like glue it that they like the spot in your aquarium. Let's say that you have to move it. Now you glued it.
Okay.
It's pretty challenging.
Okay, so I guess the system would be to put the plug, set it somewhere on the rock to see if it's happy first.
That is
and
correct.
then once it's happy, then you could glue it there forever.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
yes,
So
yeah.
that, and then how do you feed these corals? Is there a special food, or do they just eat what's floating in the water column?
Yeah, I mean, there's food for sure. I would recommend that. There's a lot of variations, right? They're gonna use light. They're gonna use nutrients in the water, so that could be from the fish food. But then there's nutrients as far as like foundational, like alkalinity, calcium, magnesium in your salt. So there's that, and then we recommend either like once or twice a week. We recommend actually feeding them. We like Benefits. Benefits work out really nice. It's a coral food, and it has different type of bacteria, so it won't increase your nitrates or phosphates very high.
How do you feed them?
Yeah, you can do target feeding. That's
Target feeding.
It might be a little bit more tedious when you get more corals. When you don't have a lot of corals, it works out nicely doing it that way.
Okay.
We just broadcast feed, and it means that we kind of put it where the flow's at and just let it do its thing.
Ah.
And since you have like an all-in-one, you should be okay. Not too much of it should be kind of removed from your filtration in that aspect, but some people turn off their return pumps and just let it kind of marinate in there and then kick it back on when it needs to.
Okay, I never thought about turning off my aquarium and letting the food just kind of float around. Is it food that's visible? Will my clownfish eat it?
They can. It's pretty small particulates. I mean, the clowns can probably see some of the bigger pieces, but the corals eat it a little bit smaller. I know plankton also works really well because it'll help with zooanthellae and if you have pods in the system. So those two things is what we like to start customers with. So Coral Hub US has a really good live phyto. We like live because the concentrate can boost phosphates and nitrates if you're not watching it carefully. And again, everything's about just not getting your nutrients too rich or you're going to get a lot of algae because you just want to feed the coral but not have excess amount and then you'll have a lot of algae.
Dude, that's wild. My boy sounds like a scientist right now, man. That's so crazy. All right, cool, man. You answered my questions. I hope that answered your guys' questions too. So maybe we'll pick up some of these and you guys will see them at the house. So thanks, brother. I appreciate it, man. All right,
anytime, dude.
take care.
Of course.
All right, so Jason has put a lot of pressure on your boy. He took time out of his busy schedule to come talk to us about 5 low maintenance corals that you can put in your 10-gallon tank, 15-gallon saltwater tank. And like I said, the ball's in my side of the court now. I got to pull the trigger. Do I buy something for the saltwater tank or do we just go home and call it a day? Of course, you know I'm going to buy something, right? So let's go ahead and pick some things up. We'll head home. We're going to teleport right now. I'll see you guys back home at the house in front of the saltwater tank in 3, 2, 1. Whoo! Just like that, we are back home. We're in my 2 youngest sons' rooms. This is Mikhail and Kona's room. They got like the coolest nightlight ever. It's a 10-gallon innovative marine saltwater nano tank. And we got some goodies for them. So let me flip the camera around and show you guys what we picked up. All right, my ohana. Check out what we picked up. Let's start off with this beautiful green star polyps. I love these. These things are really, really cool. I have a little rock attached to the plug there. So hopefully the green star polyps will grow on that little piece of rock. And then check it out. Yeah, we had to get the toadstool. I had to get this one. I just think it looks so cool. Toadstool leather. Now, you can kind of see the little tentacles growing out of it. They actually get bigger than that, as you guys saw in the video. If you guys don't remember, go back and check it out. It's the toadstool leather. When I actually set this coral in this aquarium, it was like totally just smooth. There was none of those prickles on it, so it was kind of weird to oh, it looked like a toadstool. I get it now. And then we had to pick up some zoas. Look at, I got 2 varieties of zoas. You know what, let me kill this blue light. All right, I'm gonna turn it down, that way you can kind of see some of the colors here. There you go. That one there is sort of like a greenish yellow tint, and then we had to pick up the reds. It's probably hard to see that it's a red. It's kind of weird. It's kind of a, well, let me see if I can see it from this side of the aquarium. Not really. But anyways, down here, this is what it looks like. It's just so funny when you see the corals in regular lighting versus the blue. Now you throw that blue tint in there, ooh, and the colors just pop. You know what I mean? Gotta have the colors pop. We got 2 types of zoas. We got a toadstool leather and green star polyps in our 10-gallon innovative marine saltwater aquarium. And there you have it, ohana. Comment down below. Tell me what you think about the new corals. But not only that though, I want to add another fish. I know I only have a 10-gallon aquarium. I have 2 clownfish, so give me some ideas, ohana, down in the comments. All right, what other smaller fish could I possibly put in that aquarium? All right, other than that, I will see you guys on the next video. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Take care, much love, and aloha.
Hana Hui A Maui.